This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Leave it up to some cats, man. They'll have you believing Earl the Truth Spence, don't want that free smoke. He don't want that smoke from Terrence Bud Crawford. Come on now. Higgity hush with that nonsense. What just came out right now? What did Earl the Truth Spence said? See, that's the thing with Earl the Truth Spence. He's like me, man. He pay attention to all you Rudy Poo and you plum brains. You ultra fanboys. Because that's what you are. Brain full of mush and brainwashed followers, man. You're dodo heads at the highest levels. Matter of fact, you're dodo fucking heads at the highest levels. And me and Earl the Truth Spence, we keep the foot on the what? On the necks. We keeps the foot on the what? On the necks of these Rudy Poo and these plum brain ultra fanboys. And now ultra fangirls. Because now I see there's an ultra fangirl now. I don't know whatever the fart this person's name is, but y'all see, started in the last video. They're showing up. They're like gnats and roaches. You can't get rid of them. That's what ultra fanboys are with their rhetoric. But anyways, you got people sitting here saying Earl the Truth Spence don't want to face Terrence Bud Crawford because Terrence Bud Crawford will tell the truth about him. What did Earl the Truth Spence just say just now? I mean, just today. What'd he say? What'd he say? He said, if Manny Pacquiao go to Floyd Mayweather route, I want the Terrence Bud Crawford next. So you know what that just did? It higgity hush all the damn ultra fanboys. It showed y'all Earl the Truth Spence was not never ducking this dude. See, this is the stuff you guys don't understand. You guys are not playing chess. Y'all playing checkers, man. Y'all not in the Sun Tzu Art of War style. Y'all not playing, 48 laws of power. Me and Earl the Truth Spence, that's what we play. We play those games. We critical and deep thinkers out here in these boxing streets. And he was trying to build up the Terrence Bud Crawford fight. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Y'all wasn't trying to hear me, man. I was trying to preach y'all and teach y'all that the fight was being built up so that it can be a mega super fight. But all these dodo heads were sitting here thinking that he's ducking Terrence Crawford. First and foremost, there's a lot of factors that's involved into that fight. You got the Bob Arum element. You got the Al Haymon element. Those guys, they don't work together as much as it is. They got problems with one another. And when they do work together, it's usually they're on some stuff because, there's the bumping of heads. Bob Arum doesn't accept the fact that, Al Haymon has cornered the market and he's taken over. He doesn't want to accept that. I see Eddie Hearn trying to make noise. He's still way behind Al Haymon, but he's trying to catch up. But these are the two younger guys. When I say younger guys, I'm talking about not age-wise, because they're not young. They're not spring chickens. But I'm talking about in terms of their promotion and in terms of where they've been the last few years. These are the young promoters in the game that has taken over. They've dominated for the last few years. And Bob Arum, because his ass been around since what, 60s? Then possibly the 50s. Hey, he's an old dog, man. And he has to learn how to eat crow. You're not number one. Accept that. And this is what was happening. Earl the Truth Spence was trying to get the money. He got $20 million from Mikey Garcia. Can't knock a guy from getting paid. He would have got damn near double that fighting Manny Pacquiao. Probably would have got $40 million. So I don't knock a man from getting his bread. Because remember, it's prize fighting. Earl the Truth Spence has never ducked competition. So when people sit here and say that he ducks, that's laughable to me. The man wants all comers. Ducking and Earl the Truth Spence don't go in the same breath. It's the same case for Terrence Bud Crawford. And I get it. Andre Ward and a lot of y'all was like, it's in the fourth quarter. The fight should happen now. I didn't want the fight to happen now. I wanted that fight to happen, September 2020, possibly May 2021, because I felt like, you should have had a scenario where Spence fought Porter and Terrence Crawford fought Keith Thurman. Beat those guys. Then both of them have 2 belts. Now you're looking at a situation by September 2020. It's for a unified. But if they fight now, they're not going to make the money that they would have made if they would have waited another year. By them both having a belt, by taking it off of Sean Constipated Porter's ass and Keith Duck Time, a.k.a. Runtime Thurman's ass. And then both of them have 2 belts. And now you have more of an intriguing situation. It's more money making now. And it's not like they're going to be so fucking old, man. So that's why I understand when people sit here and say, well, Terrence Bud Crawford going to be what? The man's going to be what? How old is Bud right now? 30? 31? I think he's 30 years old. Errol the True Spence is 29. So if you wait by September 2020, we're talking about guys that are 33 and 31 years old. They're still young as hell, man. Now, I could understand if they was 35 and up and they were fighting, yes. But 33 years old and 31, come on. They still young. You know what I'm saying? They still can make stuff happen. They're not going to be out of their prime. So that's why the buildup was necessary and it was important, because from a business standpoint, we're talking about both guys possibly making each up to $100 million plus each. If they would have built it up right, you're talking about unifying this thing. This is the super fight. This is the fight of the decade, man, that everybody wants to see. It's probably the biggest fight in boxing that everyone wants to see. So building it up would have been better. But it is what it is, man. Errol the True Spence, he want that smoke. And I'm thinking in my mind, the reason why Errol the True Spence probably want that fight now is because I'm thinking he wants to get out of 147 and possibly move up to 154. Because what I saw in that last fight with Mikey Garcia was he had to cut a lot of weight. He made the weight with no problem. Errol the True Spence stepped on the weight scale at 146.25. So he made weight with no problem. But I think in my mind that Errol the True Spence is like, that's a lot of weight to cut. You know what I'm saying? So now I possibly want to move up to 154 soon. So by him acknowledging to me that he wants to fight Terrence Bud Crawford, that's letting me know that eventually he's going to move up to 154. Because it'll be easier for him to start making 154. And I think he's starting to grow out of 147. See, me, that's the thing with me. I keep it a buck. I keep it real. I keep it 100. I don't got time to sit here and give you guys sugar-coated shit, because I'm a truth teller, man. And I give you cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truths. And in unadulterated, cutthroat, and cold-hearted fashion, I have to tell you guys, I think he's getting to a point where 147 is not comfortable for him no more. And eventually, which is soon, probably next year, he want to move that thing up to 154. And this, to me, is confirming it by him coming out and making this proclamation. Because Terrence Bud Crawford was supposed to be a unified fight and then move up to 154. The fact that he's taking it, he wants to take this fight now because, you know, the Pacquiao situation didn't work. Hey, man, go ahead and do it. Beat this dude up, punish his ass up, show everybody that you're the truth. Show everyone that you wasn't ducking. Show all these ultra fanboys that was sitting here saying that he was ducking Terrence Crawford. I want to hear what y'all got to say now. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Errol the True Spence put it out there. He put the APB out there. If Manny Pacquiao's ducking and he don't want me to put his ass in an early retirement home, that's fine. He wants to go fight another old guy. That's fine. He can do that. He can, by all means. But now I want Terrence Bud Crawford. So I want to know what y'all got to say. You Rudy Poo and you plum brains. You ultra fanboys. I want to know what y'all got to say. Because now, Errol the True Spence done put it out there. He done called Terrence Bud Crawford out. So let's see what you guys got to say now. Let's see what the next... Because I'm telling you, when you're dealing with buck dancers and backtrackers, there's always a new story and a new situation. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Because this is what y'all was talking about. Y'all kept saying Errol the True Spence was avoiding Terrence Bud Crawford. When deep thinkers, the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets knew that that was not the truth. That was so far removed from the truth. Both fighters mutually respect one another. Both fighters know that if they fight, it's not only a super chess match, but it's also going to be a super dog fight. Whoosh. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. Let me rewind that back. Both fighters know that it's going to be a super chess match and it's also going to be a super dog fight because the both of them have ultra alpha dogs in them. Not only that, they both are grandmaster chess players. So that fight could go either way. It depends who is having the best night that night. That's the one who's going to win. I'm tipping the scale towards Errol the True Spence 51-49 because I feel that he has those two equalizers, no pun intended, Denzel Washington, which is the thudding power and the body snatching work. And I believe in the later rounds, in the championship rounds, something has to be said for that punishment. And you have to ask yourself that question. See, there's a full weight and there's a full gravity question that you have to ask yourself. When you take everything away from Terrence Bud Crawford, you take everything away from Errol the True Spence, who can give who more punishment? Who will land more punishment on who? Who can stop who more? Who has more power between the two? And when you ask yourself that compacted and deep and profound question, and then you get your answer. Because that's what I did. Once I did that, that's why I said, okay, I'm leaning the tip or the scale 51-49 to Errol the True Spence. Because I know once this is a type of fight where both fighters are going to remove everything from one another. And it's going to be left down to punishment. Who's going to be punished more? I'm sorry to say it, but Terrence Bud Crawford is the one that's going to be punished more. Because Errol the True Spence is an energizer bunny. He's proven that when he fought Kell Brook. He shows you no matter what you throw at him, he's going to keep coming. Not saying that Terrence Bud Crawford don't got that dog in him, but he hasn't faced the tactical aggression, the technical punching placement, and the body snatching work high guard style, the punishment style of Errol the True Spence. And when he faces that style, when it comes in levying onslaught fashion, he's going to know what time it is. And I believe the pig in him is going to squeal before a pig could ever squeal in Errol the True Spence. And that's the truth. I know that that's cold-hearted. I know that it's cutthroat, and I know it's unadulterated, but that's the truth. And that's how you're going to determine who's going to win that fight. Remember, that's a 51-49% fight in the favor of Errol the True Spence. That's how much respect I got for Terrence Bud Crawford. This is Henos' Sport. Checking out. That's right, ultra fanboys. That's right, you Rudy Poo and you plum brain. Brain full of mush, brainwashed dodo head followers. What do y'all have to say now? Because Errol the True Spence done put Terrence Bud Crawford on notice. He called his ass out. So I want to hear what y'all got to say. This is Henos' Sport. Rechecking out.